Hello, how are you? I hope you are fine. Today we will talk about matter states and its changes. Matter exists in three states: solid state, liquid state, gaseous state. Solid state such as wood, glass, iron, ice. Liquid states such as water, milk, and vinegar. Gaseous states such as oxygen, nitrogen, and water vapor. Properties of the three states of matter. Solid state. Solid state, to identify the shape and the volume of solids, we must or we should put objects inside cylinder containing water, and we compare between the shape and the volume before and after putting them in the cylinder. We notice that the shape of object doesn't change and the volume of objects doesn't change. So solid state have definite shape and have definite volume. Liquid state, to identify the shape and the volume of liquids, we bring two containers different in shape and volume, and we put 200 cubic centimeter of water in the two containers. We notice that the shape of water changes in the two containers, but the volume doesn't change. So the volume of liquids doesn't change, but the shape change according to its container. So liquid state have definite volume. The volume of liquid doesn't change. Have indefinite shape. The shape changes according to its container. To identify the shape and the volume of gases, we blow a balloon and tie it with a thread, and we breathe the balloon with our hand. We notice that the shape of the balloon changes, the volume of the balloon changes, so the shape and the volume of gases change. So gaseous state have indefinite shape, the shape changes according to the container. Have indefinite volume, the volume changes according to the container. We can press or compress a large quantity of gas such as oxygen in gas cylinder, because the shape and volume of gases can be changed by changing their containers. Gases have indefinite shape and indefinite volume. Water exists in three states: solid, liquid, and gas. Solid, ice; liquid, water; gas, water vapor. The matter changes from a state to another by heating or cooling. Changing by heating. Heating means increasing temperature. Melting. It's the change of matter from solid state to liquid state by heating, such as a change of ice to water by heating, change from solid state to liquid state. To identify the meaning of melting, we leave cubes of ice outside the freezer, and we notice that ice changes into water by the time. So matter can change from the solid state to the liquid state by heating, and its process is called, and that process or this process is called melting. Evaporation. Evaporation, it's the change of matter from liquid state to gaseous state by heating, such as change of water to water vapor, from liquid to gas. To identify the meaning of evaporation, we boil some water in a teapot, and we can notice that water vapor is produced, and the volume of the water inside the pot decreases. So, matter can changes from the liquid state to the gaseous state by heating, and this process is called evaporation. Changing by cooling. Cooling means decreasing temperature. Condensation, it's the change of matter from gaseous state into the liquid state by cooling. Examples of condensation. To identify the meaning of condensation. When we leave a cup contains ice or cold water outside the outside the freezer, we notice that droplets of water are formed on the outer surface of a glass containing ice, because the water vapor that exists in air condenses into water when it touches the cold surface. The appearance of dew or water droplets on leaves of plants in the early morning. Freezing, it's the change of matter from the liquid state to the solid state by cooling. The volume of water increases by freezing. To identify the meaning of freezing, we put a plastic bottle containing water in the freezer. We notice that water changes into ice. So, matter can changes from the liquid state to the solid state by cooling, and this process is called freezing. The volume of water increases by freezing. So, you shouldn't put a glass bottle filled with water in the freezer. Why? To avoid exploding of the bottle. To avoid exploding of the bottle. Matter changes from one state to another by heating or cooling. So, solid when solid changes to liquid, this process is called melting. When liquid changes to solid, this process is called freezing. When liquid changes to gas, this process is called evaporation. When gas changes to liquid, this process is called condensation. So, melting is the opposite of freezing. Evaporation is the opposite of condensation. Thank you for watching me. See you another time.